Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Welcome back to the Quad Pod. This is episode 3 of our spring semester, season 2, whatever you would like to call it. A lot is happening every single day, unfortunately. So we're going to try and recap a little bit of that.
Yep.
We're also going to have a guest on who we're very happy to have, Isaiah Ireland. He's a part of our quad staff. We're going to be talking to him about his role in Blacklight, and he's also the president of the school's chapter of the NABJ. So that's going to be a very interesting interview. I think.
Really excited.
And then at the end of this episode, we're gonna wrap up our rankings of the presidents, which
this is like the home. Like this is like
it's the home stretch, and but this is like you said. I think this is the important thing.
Yeah,
important part.
Yeah, these are the
ones you know. Basically,
these are the ones that are gonna hit the S tiers.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna see some less F tiers.
We're gonna get some S tiers. We're gonna get some A tiers. It's gonna
a lot of D tiers last time.
A lot of D tiers. Some F tiers even.
Yeah.
But yes, it is a little bit later into February now. Today is the 18th.
Yes.
Yeah. So, like we said, a lot has happened. Robert F. Kennedy Jr. has been confirmed as the Health and Human Services Secretary, which is great.
Yeah. I mean, it was bound to happen.
It kind of was.
Like we all knew it was coming.
Okay. Like I'm probably naive. I was hoping, maybe like the guy who has admitted to doing hard drugs, maybe we won't confirm that guy to be the health secretary.
Maybe.
I was like, maybe. Because, like, Republicans for decades have been, like, the most skittish people ever of, like, any sort of drugs. Mm-hmm. And now we have a guy who has admitted to just doing a whole boatload of them. And he's the health secretary. Yeah. My hopes were too high. My hopes were too high for this country. Yeah. This is what we chose.
Are you going to continue to keep your hopes high?
No.
This is
No. It's gonna be a long 4 years. It was funny what you said, like, before we started recording, but if the Eagles had lost the Super Bowl, that would have just capped off a miserable 5-month stretch for me, or whatever it was.
Yeah, I was saying that because, like, the Phillies lost.
Yeah.
And then, obviously, you were very upset when Trump got elected, and then if the Eagles lost on top of that.
That would have been but they didn't, and at least that I can be happy about, and the whole city can be happy about that.
Oh, yeah.
That's great.
I never even thought about how the city of, like, the Kansas City is doing right now.
Dude, who cares, man?
I know.
They won 2 in a row. Who cares?
Yeah, no one. There's been no like coverage. Like the whole, like the nice thing about it though is that at least the Eagles fans, the whole joke was like, oh, whether or not they win or lose, the city's going to flames.
It kind of did.
It did.
Did too. Yeah.
But the thing is, like, no one was like, oh, I wonder what's gonna happen in Kansas City after. No one.
Nobody. Kansas City. I don't even know what happens in Kansas City, man. They probably
not a single.
They probably eat some like corn on the cob. I know you're a big fan of that.
Maybe I'll stop by then.
Well, Kansas City barbecue supposedly is really good.
Really?
I kind of doubt it though.
I imagine Texas is better.
Probably.
It's probably like B tier.
Well, everything's bigger in Texas. That is what they say.
Everything's bigger in Texas.
But if they had corn and cobs, you'd be down there. I know you would.
Yes.
But anyways, getting back on track, who I'm sure loves a good corn cob? Who? RFK.
He would.
Yeah.
Me and him could enjoy a corn on the cob together. I would have a great time.
I'm sure you could. But yeah, also RFK, notable anti-vaxxer. Historically.
Has he completely has he just not talked about it in a while, or has he stayed?
He's tried to soften up on it because he was pretty bombarded by that during the congressional hearings. Yeah. But just I probably said this before, but looking at that man, because I've seen people say like, why don't you want this guy to be the health secretary? And it's like a video of him in the gym. It's like, well, if you actually look at this guy, this is a wrinkled up, like saggy old man who probably has 10 years left in the tank.
Yeah.
And
feels like most people do in the White House right now, though.
That's very true. But then, of course, the main thing being, oh, why don't I want this guy being the health secretary? Well, let me think. Is he a doctor? And no, he's not.
Is he a doctor?
He is not.
You know what I thought about yesterday, though?
What's that?
Whatever happened to Dr. Fauci?
Dr. Fauci.
COVID happened. I heard about Dr. Fauci everywhere. Now I don't hear from him anymore. I hope he's doing okay.
Because he resigned or something. I'm not certain, but he's not working politically anymore.
Okay.
Not that his work was ever really political, but
Yeah.
He's not. Yeah. That man, you're right. He was the most hated man in America for a good year.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is crazy.
Just yelling to wear a mask.
The fact there was a sickness going around, and he was like, "Hey guys, let's try and stop it.
Let's try to stop it.
Let's stay home. Let's wear some masks." And you're like, "No, man, I'm an American. I ain't doing any of that.
I ain't doing that." I saw something just recently. It was a comedian. He was like, before COVID, like the stereotypical Republican was like, "I love America. I'll do anything for this country." And then it's like, all right, the government says, "All right, wear a mask," and they're like, "Well, hold on, I don't trust you."
Very true. Yeah, it was something so simple that they could have done to genuinely protect other Americans' lives, and they were like, "No, man,
Nah, man,
that's fascism.
that's bad.
I don't know what that is, but I think that's fascism. I think it's socialism too."
Going into everything.
it's every buzzword that they've been talking. It's like yeah, masks. That's fascism. It's socialism. It's communism too, probably.
Probably something like
It's
that.
left-wing propaganda.
That's something Kim Jong-un would do over there.
You wear a mask, and the next day you're getting transgender surgery.
That's what the government wants. That's exactly.
and again, this is who we are, guys. This is who we are. We chose this, so I hope we're all happy with this.
Yep. We made our bed.
Oh my goodness, yeah, we made our bed and now we're sleeping in it.
Going into a lighter term, no? It was Valentine's Day.
It was.
This was Valentine's Day.
It was. And you got a. Well, I want to.
Yeah. Okay.
You got a very good gift.
I got a very good gift. And I should probably send it. I'll probably send it to Connor so he can put it in. My lovely girlfriend made me a pillow. She said she was making me something, and I didn't know what it was for the longest time. And she brought it back. I opened it, and it was a pillow in the shape of a Cheez-It. And it is just perfect in every way.
I love that people in every corner of your life just know your deep love and affection for Cheez-Its.
I have that,
because my Christmas gift to you was a box of Cheez-Its. Yeah. And now your girlfriend for Valentine's Day is giving you a Cheez-It a pillow.
Mm-hmm. I even on the Christmas tree there's a Cheez-It box ornament.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
I got it all around. Tonight was the first night, cause when I first she told me, it was it might be more of a throw pillow kind of thing, but this was the first night I slept with it, and I love it. It's great.
It's a good sleeping pillow.
Oh yeah,
that's awesome.
So I had a great Valentine's Day. I didn't go out to dinner. We made a dinner inside. Very chill.
You showed me the picture. That looked delicious.
Yes, it was. What was it? It was Parmesan crusted chicken with roasted potatoes with sauteed green beans. You know what?
You're making me hungry just talking about it, man.
Oh, dude, it was great.
Because I haven't eaten since breakfast. I'm serious.
Oh.
I'm hungry. But anyways.
But yours, I remember you telling me.
Yeah. Olivia and I celebrated Valentine's Day basically yesterday because she was out of town for a political science conference on Friday. But yeah, we made some. Not totally from scratch, but we made some butter chicken at home, which was delicious. It was really good. Yeah. Unfortunately, we decided to engage in just a little bit of drinking. I'm 22 years old, by the way, so it's legal. So the alcohol, and I'm prone to acid reflux. It was a little
hairy.
It was not a very comfortable night for me, but like for 99% of it, it was a great night. And it was awesome.
That lasted.
Yeah. But in terms of I did want to mention this too because you haven't seen the new Captain America movie, have you?
No.
Yeah, it's bad.
It's bad.
It's bad. Yeah. Just to kind of because Marvel used to have such mass appeal, and now I feel I don't know. I feel like nobody really cares anymore.
Well, I just saw something that it overperformed the box office. I think I was telling you, the trailers reminded me of a classic Marvel movie. It reminded me of that old feeling I got when I watched I don't know, Iron Man 3 trailer. And I was like, this is gonna be awesome.
I kind of understand that. What I think it was trying to do, I think it was trying to be like the Winter Soldier.
Oh, it's really smart.
It was trying to be kind of like a espionage political thriller. It falls on its face. It's not, and it's and again, it's not. I said this to you before. It's not the worst movie ever, but I really do think the worst sin that a movie can commit is being boring.
Yeah.
And that movie was just boring, man. Because it's they're trying to explain things. Whenever there's not action happening, I'm telling you, it's exposition.
Oh my God.
It's exposition, because they're trying to explain to you how the events of and genuinely, it sounds ridiculous. In a lot of ways, this is a sequel to the 2008 Hulk movie.
Yes.
Or like 2008, 2009, whenever it came out.
Yeah.
So it's like they're trying to explain to you in the middle of this movie that you were seeing in 2025, like 16, 17 years after this first movie came out. They're trying to explain to you, like, oh yeah, so this villain, he was working with Bruce Banner, but the president, who used to be a general and is now played by Harrison Ford, who we recasted, but he's the same person. He imprisoned him so that he could make a cure for his sickness, but actually his sickness was being cured by gamma radiation, and the gamma radiation was put there on purpose by this guy with a big brain because he wanted Harrison Ford to become the Hulk to expose him for being corrupt. And it's like,
Jesus Christ.
and throughout the entire film, that's being explained to you in the most direct terms ever. And like, and there's a scene, and I'm like, it's gonna sound like I'm joking. I'm not. The main antagonist / villain is explaining. So it's their first like interaction with them, right?
Yeah.
And like, I don't know his actual comic book name. His last name was like Stearns or something.
Mm-hmm.
And again, like, for all this exposition, it was not delivered effectively. 'Cause I really don't know what this guy's name is. I'm just telling you, the main antagonist of the movie, there's a scene where they meet him for the first time, and he is just explaining directly to them and vis-a-vis directly to the audience what his powers are. So he's literally sitting there. He's like, I knew there was an 87% chance you would come here. That is my ability. I can see into the future, and I can detect every possibility. And it's like, guys, we've been doing this for like over a decade now. Like I said, we can't come up with more subtle ways to like have like our antagonists explain their motivations and like their powers and whatnot. It's like,
go into a whole monologue and like,
seriously,
and the only way to defeat me is by doing this.
Dude, and the end credit scene is so funny, and I don't feel bad spoiling this because like it's not that good of a movie. But I guess spoiler alert,
cut like 20 seconds ahead.
Yeah, seriously, yeah. The end credit scene was so funny because so Sam Wilson, Captain America, visits the prison that the villain is in. Yeah. And it's just like a 30-second like post-credit scene of the villain being like, "We'll see what happens when you have to defend Earth from invaders."
Oh my God!
Like, it's just like it's the most nothing burger thing, literally ever. And the movie was terrible. And I don't know. I only brought it up because I guess it is the highest grossing film probably of the month.
Yeah. It'd probably be of the month. Yeah.
I know we're both gonna see the new Paddington.
Oh yeah, I eventually will. I was going to see it, but the night it was like an icy rain, and it was like I was all tired. We were both tired. I was like, let's just stay in. Instead, we watched Dumb and Dumber. So
you do have though, and I think this is worth mentioning. You have like gripes with Paddington.
I do. Oh, I don't want to talk about it too much because certain people will be mad at me.
Me.
You were one of them. I just think Paddington's a little bit of a freeloader, and Yogi Bear is better. It's not that my hate for Paddington is not as strong as my love for Yogi Bear.
Which is crazy because the last time Yogi Bear was relevant was like what, 1958?
No, he had a movie
like
recently, not recently. It was like in the mid 2000s, played by Dan Aykroyd.
Okay.
And it was not great.
Yeah,
but
it's like
but he's a lovable guy.
The assertion that Paddington Bear is a freeloader. He was doing his own thing in the rainforest, and then the flood came. Mm-hmm. That's not his fault.
It's not his fault. The flood came.
What, is he supposed to get a job?
No, I mean
nobody's gonna give him a job. He's a bear.
No. I know that. I'm just saying, instead of trying to survive out in the woods, he's like, let me just rely on the what is it? The guilt, not guilt. I guess. No, the pity. This family, the Browns, I believe they're called. They pity.
They don't
Paddington.
pity him. They love him.
No, they
don't pity him. They love him. And also, he would have died if he was alone in the forest.
Because he had a aunt. Oh, what's her name?
I think they canonically are like dead.
No, she's at the home for elderly bears.
Is she really?
Yeah.
Okay, they don't know either.
I know. I saw the second one. Okay, he writes to her.
I haven't seen the second one yet.
Well, no. Also in the first one, he writes to her, and I don't remember her name, Aunt something, but no, he's
I
just.
Thought they were, I straight up thought they were dead.
No,
so I don't know.
No, he went off on his own.
They were missing.
Oh yeah, no. I think he met up with the aunt, and then I think from there, whether or not he's a freeloader who doesn't get a job until the second one, and he only gets a job in the second one so he can get a gift, not to support the Browns who are taking care of him. Honestly, like, he does trash their whole place. Like, he's not a lovely guest at all.
Because he's used to living in the forest.
I
man.
know that.
And how could you get angry at that face?
He's cute.
Yeah.
Look, I have my gripes with Paddington, but it's less about my gripes with Paddington and more I think Yogi should get the respect he deserves.
Okay, we should probably be wrapping.
Yeah,
up
let's wrap this part.
I just
Before I'm gonna get in
I don't
trouble
know.
for this.
I guess like any Yogi Bear lovers, you know.
Hit me up.
Yeah, I don't know what you would talk about. I mean, there's been like one Yogi Bear.
We
piece
can
of
get
media
a
in the
new-
past 20 years, but
A new Yogi movie revival.
sure.
I'd love it.
Yeah. You would love it. I don't know if anybody else would really care, but you.
Oh, dude, there's got to be fans of the old one.
Yeah. Okay, so now that we're done talking about comic bears, now we're gonna roll into that interview we talked about. That is actually substantial.
Yeah.
It's with Isaiah Ireland, who heads up the Blacklight section of our paper and is also the president of the schools chapter of the NABJ. So he's gonna be joining us right now.
Yes.
And that's what we're gonna be going to.
Right now.
We are back, everybody.
Back.
With well, I'll let you introduce yourself.
Yeah.
What's up, guys? My name is Isaiah. I'm managing editor for the Quad's student newspaper here on campus, and I'm also the president of National Association of Black Journalists, NABJ, and yeah, we house Blacklight in the Quad.
Thank you so much for joining us today.
Yeah,
Really
of course,
appreciate
thank
it.
You guys for having me.
Yeah, so I guess just to start off, so people unfamiliar with the Quad might not know what Blacklight is and what like the mission statement of that is. So
Yeah.
if you could just describe that.
Yeah, so Blacklight is a publication that was originally housed by itself, and then we end up turning it into something that's like infused in the Quad. It was originally called A Seat at the Table, and it was started by Sunny Morgan. She founded the WCU chapter of National Association for Black Journalists here on campus, and yeah, we've been in the Quad consistently for the past like 2 or 3 years.
Nice.
Yeah.
And what is the role and the objective of the National Association of Black Journalists?
It's basically just to add like a multicultural lens to the Quad that's not already seen in the Quad already, and just to add more voices to the table.
Yeah.
And for Blacklight and the writers who contribute, what do you think the impact is, both for the writers and for the audience, if you had to say?
I think it's just giving them a voice in general and just letting their stories and their ideas be heard to a wider audience through the Quad that has already been doing such a great job with doing that type of stuff. So, yeah.
Have you noticed like a growth in like popularity ever since? Because you said it's been consistent with the Quad like 2-3 years. Like ever since then, more and more people start writing.
Yeah, I think so. Especially when I joined the organization, it was sort of just like on the underground. It wasn't really doing anything at the time. Once I joined, I kind of spearheaded the idea of putting Blacklight back in the Quad, and also just having level consistency with the writers and there's different creative outlets for our student journalists to have. And then, yeah.
You're good.
Yeah.
Are there any if you had to generalize, of course, but are there any like themes or ideas that you think are consistent within the writings that are contributed to Blacklight?
It's a lot of poems, and I tell them all the time to maybe stop being so poem heavy and start writing more so articles. But it's a lot of creative writing in general. It's a lot of poems, a lot of illustrations. We get a lot of those types of submissions now, and yeah, a lot of poems, a lot of illustrations.
Okay, yeah.
And from these contributions, like, what do you hope on a personal level that people take away from this when they either see these illustrations, read these poems, or just engage with it in general? What do you hope the takeaway is for the general audience?
Just giving themselves a voice, like knowing that you do have platforms on campus, whether it's through the Quad or through Blacklight or through any other writing club on campus. You do have a voice to express any type of opinion that you do have, and you're only doing yourself a disservice by not amplifying it or even just getting it out there.
Yeah.
And in the Westchester community, so Olivia, our editor-in-chief, wrote a story about a week or two ago at this point. So our Office of DEI renamed itself in the wake of the Trump administration. And with all of the kind of turbulence there, what, in your observation, has been the general attitude around campus surrounding Black History Month, which of course it is currently? Yeah. Do you think it's being celebrated or observed any differently than it has been in the past?
I say for me personally, I do think there was a shift in terms of just like overall DEI kind of policies or just like overall expression of Black History Month from the school itself. I am kind of heavily involved in the Black community, especially multicultural here throughout like the organizations and stuff. So I'm seeing a lot of like Black History stuff because obviously we got to celebrate Black History because we are the people. But yeah, I don't feel really see it as much as I seen it, especially like last year from I guess WCU as a whole celebrating Black History Month.
Yeah.
What did you notice? Like, what do you think of the main differences from last year's?
I think just
Is it stuff around campus, or is it?
yeah, I think it's just like stuff around campus or just even like a little graphic sort of thing. Like,
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
not even like mostly graphics coming from like even different organizations or just different like student bodies or I guess like say for example like the arts and humanities. Like it's not a lot of stuff coming from there or like expressing like how I don't want to say like how grateful, just like or just like celebrating it.
Yeah.
Do you see potentially the impact of Blacklight and or NABJ being any more potent or influential given the fact that in many ways we are kind of moving backwards? So do you think it could be more powerful now and going into the future?
Yeah, I definitely think so, especially when there's me trying to spearhead the idea of getting like people around my community to know that they have a voice and they have the ability to write and amplify that in a space that I kind of sort of curated for them. I think that is the case, and I lost the question, so we go.
You good.
Yeah.
One question: like, what do you hope to see in the future? Not even for just like next year's Black History Month, but just in the future of this semester.
I just hope for like a stronger response from the WC community saying that these DEI policies or even Black History Month doesn't define how much they care or have gratitude for the community that is here, and just keep on fighting a good fight for real.
Yeah.
What has been the attitude for you, or if you want to generalize as well, just as a Black journalist in specific, what has been your reaction to, because you mentioned DEI, the Trump administration's kind of attack on it?
Yeah, I honestly still trying to wrap my head around it, like, because I understand that DEI is not just like a Black thing, or it's not just like a race thing. It's like it affects different genders. It affects like a bunch of different people. So I'm honestly still trying to wrap my head around like, okay, who's getting attacked there, and who should be outraged more or less, or even just equal to. So yeah, just still trying to get my head wrapped around it and having like a nice formed opinion on it, and also be able to like express that through the quad or Blacklight.
Yeah,
is what I'm trying to do right now.
Yeah, I think that's really important, is just being educated about it, because people don't know what DEI is and they totally mischaracterize it.
Right.
Yeah.
We highlight that a lot about staying educated on a bunch of stuff, and
Yeah. And so I guess going off of that, like, how do you think, for people who might not be super familiar, like, what attitude should they approach, like, news outlets with, and how could they educate themselves? What's the best way to do that?
I say just start off with a news source that you trust. Like, for example, I trust Vox Media. I don't know if y'all know about them.
Oh, yeah, I do.
And I trust like NPR, those type of news outlets that I guess give like credible information and thorough information to me and to the people that they serve. So start off with a good news source that you can trust and that you have like sort of just history with either that's like knowing the pieces that they write or sort of just their ethics in general. Or you could just trust the Quad or Blacklight too.
Yeah, of course. Very trustworthy.
Yeah.
Very just
Ignore the opinions of us specific, and then we're good. Yeah. But yeah, I think that's important to just like, for me, I think people, when they hear something, if it sounds too crazy to be true, especially in this current setting, like it probably is.
Yeah.
Like if you're hearing Donald Trump say DEI caused a plane crash, no, it didn't.
No, you're not.
Because if that sounds ridiculous, it's because it is, and it's because it's not true. So.
That sounds crazy, but there would be an article like that.
Yeah, there would be. Yeah.
It probably
Yeah.
was, honestly.
It is ironic too, because people blaming like accidents and whatnot on DEI, when what we have happening in reality is people who are totally unqualified for positions getting confirmed for like cabinet positions.
Yeah. Oh my. Yeah.
Because we were talking
We were
about
just
this
talking about
before
this, yeah.
the segment, but RFK just got nominated as the health secretary.
Mm-hmm.
That man is not a doctor.
Not.
That's what I'm saying. Like, wouldn't that qualify as DEI? Like,
No, it would. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, at least their idea of it, because they think
Yeah.
it's like unqualified people getting into positions. But it's
Yeah.
like, if that's what you're against, like,
Like-
it's happening right in front of your eyes, and it's happening by the guy that you voted for.
Yeah, that's the whole thing about politics. Like, I don't know. For me, I have like this sort of like guilty pleasure with politics. Like, I'm always reading about them, always like listening to it. I listen to like a little bit of RFK's hearing,
Yeah.
and I listen to I had a joke with that. And I listened to a little bit of who's the one? it was another one that was like, whoa. Oh no. Remember the army guy?
Pete Hegseth.
Was it him?
The defense
Yeah,
secretary.
yeah. And I listened to a lot of his, and it's just like I don't know. It's the contradicting like the hypocrisy with politics. I just can't fully get behind. It's just like, yo, what is going on right now? I don't know.
It is crazy. It's like it's almost like everything that he campaigned on has been basically abandoned. I think in his first like 3-4 weeks of office, it's just it's kind of insane.
Yeah.
Just throwing everything at the wall, see what sticks.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, let me see. But yeah,
Well, it's like switching topics.
Oh, yeah.
In honor
Yeah.
of Black History Month, should we do like some Black trivia?
yeah.
All right.
Okay. So, I guess like we could just do like a Q&A type. So, have you ever seen Friday?
I've seen parts of it. The full movie I've never seen.
Same thing. I've seen parts of it.
Okay. What's like y'all sort of like Black cinema or like a movie that's like a thing for y'all?
The first thing that comes to my mind is why am I forgetting the name of it? The Jordan Peele movie about the aliens.
I was thinking about Get Out.
Oh,
Jordan Peele.
that's
Yeah.
a good one.
Yeah.
The one with the aliens. What's
Nope.
it called? Dude?
Nope.
Nope.
Yeah.
Nope.
And that's the first thing that comes to mind for me. And that movie's
Yeah.
awesome. Yeah.
What about soul food? What's your favorite soul food?
Would like jerk chicken count?
I don't think jerk chicken cat. I think this is like Caribbean.
Okay.
I guess it would
Jama-
just like
isn't it
fall
Jamaican?
under like the black umbrella then, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Or like sort of like mac and cheese, yams.
I fuck with mac
The
and cheese.
silence.
No. I'm thinking.
Yeah.
I never had yams.
You never had
What
yams?
is yams?
It's like okay, I don't know. Maybe it's basically a sweet potato, like kind of cut up with like brown sugar. It's honestly like diabetes and like it's a diabetic baked potato. Honestly.
Oh.
It's like
Okay.
it's like sweet potatoes, brown sugar, maple syrup. Sometimes people put maple syrup in it. It's just a lot of sugar, butter, nutmeg, cinnamon.
You very much intrigued me.
No, I love yams.
Diabetic baked potato.
Yeah, it's basically a diabetic.
That
potato.
does sound really good.
I'm trying to think of something else.
Does Kraft count for mac and cheese?
I don't think so.
You like Kraft mac and cheese?
Yeah, of course.
Oh my god.
Oh, come.
Kraft mac and cheese?
Oh, that's where it's at.
No, that's just like it's like so low income.
That's Velveeta. That's the
No.
Velveeta, bro.
Honestly, we could get that at Dida Hall. Unfortunately,
That's
we could
true,
get that at
actually.
Dida Hall. Nah, I don't know. I've never been like a box food fan.
That's fair. It's like,
Like, or anything like
Yeah.
really kid.
If you get like I'm not a Kraft guy, but if you get like a box that costs like $1 or $2 more, I feel you can get some pretty like
Yeah.
decent stuff.
Right.
haters.
So it
bro.
is funny that you're just insistent on Kraft.
Wait, Sam, can you cook?
No,
Wow.
absolutely not. Like, my like whole thing about cooking is that if I can have like this, if I can make something like in half the time that tastes half as good, I'm doing it.
I don't know.
So
if
that's how we got Kraft.
Yeah, this is how we got
Yeah,
Kraft.
exactly.
But like I go so far as like I like taquitos. Like that's a big thing. Whenever I go back home, I eat them. And there's the option of putting it in the air fryer or the microwave. Air fryer is like 10 minutes. Microwave's 2. I'm going 2 minutes
Come on,
microwave all the
man.
way.
Come on.
Do you haven't attempted to like cook any type of meal at all?
This Valentine's Day,
Yeah.
I cooked a meal, and that's the best thing I've done so far.
What was it?
It was a Parmesan crusted chicken with roasted potatoes and sautéed green beans.
Okay.
It did look. He showed me a picture. It looked pretty. It
It looked-
Okay.
fair. And it like yeah. I can't blame you too much because like when I was like a freshman, I didn't have much experience in that regard. Anyways,
Yeah.
I've kind of
Yeah.
Like next year, I'm not gonna get a meal plan, so I have to like rely on my own cooking, and we're doing PB&Js. That's where we're
you're gonna come in looking malnourished every day. Then.
For real.
gonna come in looking like Skeletor.
I never liked PB&J's. It's like
Really?
I've never got down with that.
I didn't get into it until like high school.
That's not that far away too. It's like
That was like
Yeah,
4
for
years.
you that's like a year ago.
No. I mean like freshman year of high school. I hated it. I was never a big bread guy.
I love carbs. Like
Oh,
I can eat
hated
bread
carbs.
plain. I know rice plain. Okay, this is a lot about me.
You can eat them
No,
plain
but I
though?
love carbs. Huh?
You can eat them plain though.
Yeah,
Wow. Okay.
Well, like baguettes, not like potato bread or like white bread. That's like,
Just pull out a slice of bread.
yeah, that's like red
That would be a
flags.
little crazy.
Yeah, that's
Duck
crazy.
type.
More sophisticated bread.
But you said you were never. I've never heard anybody say they're not a bread guy. That's
Oh,
like, what do you mean?
Not
by
e-
that?
like it was more what I used to be, but like I hated like just a sandwich.
Wow.
I didn't like the taste of bread. I thought it had like no flavor, and it was just like I just didn't like the texture of it either.
I mean, it is more so there to just keep the sandwich intact.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like-
I just more just I just eat Kraft.
Did you like hoagies?
I'm not a big hoagie guy. Like I'll like a hoagie, I'll eat a hoagie,
Okay.
but it's never my first option.
Sam is also from Michigan.
I am-
Oh,
so-
okay, so this
yeah.
is not
So
Philly
no,
area. Okay,
So
now
I
this
didn't
all
move.
makes
So
sense.
I didn't move to Pennsylvania until I was in like 2nd grade, and yeah. So from Michigan,
Wait, 2nd grade? That's a long time.
it's a long time, but I didn't. But the thing is, like, I remember not like understanding what like Wawa was for the longest time. Like I knew when back in middle school, I think was when I started actually learning what Wawa was, and people were like, "It's my favorite place to go eat," and I'm like, "What is this place? What's this magical?" And I was like,
It's a gas
"It's a
station.
gas station."
I love explaining that to people who aren't from here. It's like, yeah, like our favorite place to go eat is
Yeah.
like a gas station.
My one friend who goes to Purdue, he was like, the one thing I missed the most about going all the way there was no Wawa, and I was like, over your family.
Yo, Wawa is like walk away with anything. That's kind of what it's like.
Walk away.
Honestly, like with those self-checkout machines, you really probably
Yeah,
you
it's
can.
like- it's
yeah.
really is walk Wait, what's your Wawa choice order?
Well, do you want me to go first?
You go
Because
first.
you're unfamiliar, so I'll go first.
Yeah,
I'm,
yeah.
I'm kind of like it's kind of basic, but I just rock with an Italian hoagie. Just
Okay.
the only thing with me is no tomatoes,
Mm.
because I don't love like straight up raw tomatoes like that. Yeah, just a nice Italian hoagie and then some half and half iced tea.
I feel like for tomatoes, you gotta be really grown. Like I'm not that grown yet to like.
Me neither. Me
Yeah.
neither. That's
I just like spaghetti, but just like eating raw tomatoes is like okay. I'm not.
No, yeah, I totally
I'm
agree.
not 30 years old. What about you?
Now, I don't go there that often, but I do like getting a quesadilla.
Okay. Yeah.
I do like a
Those are
quesadilla.
pretty good from there.
Quesadilla is
Yeah.
popular.
What
My
do you-
problem with the quesadilla though is like it's like 3 slices,
Mhm.
and the middle one doesn't have any like structure to it, so everything just falls out. And I'm like,
No, that's true. See, you a big Wawa fan. See, if you know Wawa, that's how it is.
I'm a part.
Don't
And I'm a part.
I'm a part of the
Join
Wawa.
code.
What do you get when you go?
Honestly, don't sleep on the Wawa cornbread. It's really sweet. It's really nice. It's like flaky. I like that a lot. And I get a BLT. That's how I know I'm getting grown. I like BLTs now. I still do no tomato, obviously. Not that grown yet, but
So it's an LT.
BLTs, yeah. Yeah, just like a BLT. And I get a side of
BL.
rice.
I would say wouldn't it be real?
Whatever.
I get a side of rice for like every meal.
Really?
Yeah, I love carbs. Like it's bad.
I mean, I will say I don't eat rice plain necessarily, like you said, but like you put just any sort of good sauce on it.
Yeah.
That's yeah.
Yeah.
For me, that's awesome.
It's
Yeah.
cool.
But yeah, it would be BL without the tomato. You called me out on
Wait,
that.
I'm kind of interested in this Michigan war. Like, do you go a lot back home?
I go normally once a year.
Okay.
I try to.
Is it like? Did you live like close to the Detroit area?
Near Flint.
Okay.
I'm probably about like an hour and a half maybe away from Detroit, but
Okay.
maybe even less than that.
Yeah. Do you miss Michigan? Well, you was like in 2nd grade.
Yeah. So, well, the thing is, I didn't even live in Michigan the whole time.
Mm.
I moved out of Michigan maybe around preschool,
Damn.
and then I lived in Indiana,
Oh, okay.
and then from there we moved into Pennsylvania.
When you was in Indiana, was you like close to Chicago?
I have no idea.
Oh my God.
You don't know.
I'm kind of dumb. I just said Chicago.
You think about Illinois?
I was in Illinois.
No, Indiana, there are parts of it.
But
that are
Indiana
to
is
Chicago.
close to-
Okay, you just saved me.
No, yeah, no, they're yeah, like some parts of Indiana are Chicago suburbs. So
Mm.
But I am a Chicago guy
Okay.
when it comes to sports.
you're Chicago. Oh yeah, for
Oh,
sports you are. Yeah,
mhm.
Like he's a Bears fan.
I'm
so
a Bears
he,
fan,
was,
yeah.
That's like not no hype. they're not doing anything right now.
he was not celebrating the Eagles win basically.
I was there
Wow.
for you guys.
Like in spirit.
Yeah. I was rooting for the Eagles.
Okay. See, that's good.
Yeah,
That was more because of my hatred for the Chiefs, but
Mm.
I was right there with you guys. I was wearing green.
but you did say you wanted your friends to be happy,
I did want my friend. Yeah.
and I appreciated that. That was nice.
I don't want everyone to walk around all sad.
Wait, I have something to say. Like,
That's what this
no,
is for.
this no, literally a podcast. I have to just talk. I've read like Sam's like Severance articles for the past like 3 weeks, 2 weeks. He's been writing them, and they're all like damn near 2,000+ word count. And,
They
you
are.
know, as like leadership, we have to do like thirds on them, and I'm spending like a good 30 to 45 minutes reading Sam's articles, and I wouldn't say something so bad all the time, but it's like it's really good work. It's like and they're so
thanks.
thorough. But 2,000+ words every time. It's like he doesn't spare us, not at all.
I always think whenever I'm done, I'm like, who's the poor soul who has to read?
No, literally, it's like 3 poor souls a piece.
They're normally around 8 to 10 pages on a Google Doc. That's like
No, I was like, wait,
So do you watch Severance?
no, but I like SZA a lot, and she be talking about Severance, and that's like the only connection do I have to
Because-
Severance.
well, thank you for reading.
But it's funny because what ends up happening, because Olivia said this too, so like you write your articles, and then whether it's you or Olivia, it's somebody who has not seen the show is like reading
Right.
these long reviews that are basically like spoiling everything.
Oh, yeah, spoil
literally.
everything.
So,
Well, good thing I'm like Dory. Like I have so like short-term memory loss. I can't even remember yesterday.
Oh,
for
man.
real.
but no, so if you want like a show that'll like just get you all into it, totally
It's-
hooked.
I don't know if you can tell from reading. It's my favorite show.
No, I guess.
It's easy to tell from his reviews.
No,
but
because
yeah,
like
it's-
when I wrote the first review, it was like I was reviewing the first 3 episodes, and it got to 10 pages, and I was like, oh, all right, a little much, but I was like, at least I know the next like if I do a next review for one episode, it'll be like maybe 4 or 5 pages. Nah, it was the same length, and I was like,
I was like, whoa, like, whoa. I might have to like bring this up. It's like it has to go with our bylaws or something. It actually is in our bylaws. That's the crazy part. It's like not over 1,000 words, or 1,000 like 2,000.
no,
Lawbreaker.
okay. I when I sent the email to our arts and entertainment section editor, I was like, it's a little long. Know that. Let me know if it's too long, and
Shout
I'll
out
cut
to
some stuff out. And
Anna.
she was like, no, that's fine.
Yeah,
Especially the first one, that because you were talking about 3 different episodes in that one. That one was like
yeah, that was
Yeah.
justified.
that one was.
Because I start writing and I'm like coming up with theories. I'm like, all right, what if though? And it might be hard to believe, but some stuff does get cut. Yeah, I cut out a whole paragraph of the episode 4 one.
Could have fooled me.
Definitely check out Severance
Yeah,
if you're watching. And Isaiah, check it out.
I will. Maybe
Um,
not.
You will.
I'll see a trailer.
But yeah, so Connor just reminded us we touched on SZA and you know with the whole Severance conversation, but
Yeah.
that could be a good
Yeah.
segue.
Mhm.
Segue, yeah. That could be a good segue into a little discussion about the halftime show, which it has been discussed at length, but we haven't talked about it on here.
No, I don't believe we talk about
And
it.
then of course, you know, we can get Isaiah's perspective. But yeah, that was obviously arguably generated just as much discourse as the game itself.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
you
really
know,
did.
Yeah, just in
I
general.
heard a lot. People were going at best halftime show, and everyone was like, "It sucks. I hated it."
Yeah,
I loved it.
it's like no in between with it. It's crazy.
Yeah.
But it also like it garnered a lot of like support and just like notoriety back to like the songs that were played. It was like because Not Like Us just went #1 back to Billboard, and then the other song Luther with SZA, it went #2. So
Yeah.
it did what it's supposed to.
I thought it's really impressive that like I don't know how often this has actually happened, but I feel like it's not often. But like Kendrick just came off of winning like how many Grammys? Like
5.
a
It
lot,
like 5.
right?
It was
Yeah.
5 games just for the one song.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So like how many times do you have an artist that's coming like because the Grammys were like right before that?
Right before it, yeah.
So like how often do you have an artist coming off of winning like 5 Grammys right into performing for the Super Bowl? Like that's pretty
Yeah.
special. Like that's
Oh, that's- yeah.
that's crazy. Yeah.
He's on a pretty dope run right now, and also SZA too. Like she has been having like the #1 album with SOS, and then she dropped a deluxe with Lana. And honestly, for the in terms of like the performance, I thought it was like kind of short. It was like 2 songs, and she played like all the stars, which is like it's so overrated to me. I don't know, maybe I heard it too much, but
I know what you mean. I remember, like there was a phase where that was the only song.
yeah, I'm like I'm so bled out by it.
Yeah. What did you guys think about the I mean, obviously there was political messaging there. So what did
Yeah.
you guys think about that whole aspect?
You can go first.
I thought it was cool. I thought it was it involved a message that was important to give to the audience that were listening, and some people thought it was like taken away from the performance, and also like he does have more hits that he could have performed, but obviously he was trying to send a clear message, and I think that was sort of delivered with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that it was more than just like a performance. It actually had and that's typical of Kendrick too. And I mean, a good way, and to have a meaning behind it. Every little thing means something, and it was cool to look into after.
Because we're talking about the Super Bowl halftime show, so in a lot of ways, I think if it was just a concert, that would have been kind of underwhelming, right?
Yeah.
Like,
but I think it was the most watched halftime show of all time.
Yeah.
I think I saw.
oh
that.
yeah, no, I think it was.
Yeah.
They
Yeah,
say that all the time though.
they kind of do, but like,
Yeah, it's like after every one, it's like, all right, this
Yeah.
was the most.
We just sort of have to just predict that it's going to happen.
yeah.
Who do y'all think is going to perform next though?
We were actually talking about this.
Oh yeah, it was the
that's
question
right.
yesterday. Yeah.
Charlie XCX.
Honestly, that would be dope.
Yeah.
But I think she's a little too edgy for the
That's
whole
fair.
Super Bowl halftime. I think it's gonna
Yeah.
be Sabrina. Like,
I was gonna say that. Yeah, that's a good guess.
yeah.
My thing though is that does she have enough? Like, she has a lot of hits off that one album, but it's only that one album that's like super big. So it's like, I think it might take another album of hits before she gets there. But if she got on to next year's Super Bowl, I would not be surprised at all.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised either. That's just how sometimes it grows. Sometimes.
Yeah. I think it's like you also have to just take into consideration the aspect of like it's an artist that would have to appeal to the football fan base, I
Right.
guess.
I
So
guess so.
Charlie XCX, great artist, but I mean, do you think she would?
I don't know.
Like,
I don't
transfer
know.
into-
Maybe not.
Yeah, I guess that's
I
a good
would
point.
I would fence on probably not,
Yeah.
Yeah,
but like
I don't know much about her. I just know that I didn't even listen to the album. I just know it's how big.
yeah, I mean,
I almost think it's past its prime though, for Charlie XCX. Like,
Yeah.
unless she
Summer thing.
came out with a new album,
well, I mean, she will eventually. of
she's
course.
actually. Oh, I mean,
No,
yeah.
I know
but-
what you mean. I know what you mean. I wasn't trying to.
I feel like they're begging to have Taylor Swift do it, but she just won't.
They are. That's
The
yeah.
booze will be insane.
That's true though, because
booze.
it's turned into a situation where
Yeah.
like a lot of the NFL fans are just like diametrically like, no Taylor Swift, no Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
So for that reason alone, I don't think they would do it.
It's crazy. I saw an article talking about Travis Kelce, and they didn't refer to him as Travis Kelce in the headline. They said it was Taylor Swift's boyfriend.
Yeah.
And I was like, is that really what he's?
Well, like think about it though, right? I mean,
It makes sense.
Everybody on planet Earth basically knows who Taylor Swift is.
Mhm.
Like you only know who Travis Kelce is if A, you're an American, and B, you have to be at least a little bit tuned into football.
Right.
Yeah.
So like,
But seeing that, I was like, that's just crazy.
Yeah.
okay, so
Yeah.
pivoting to where we left off last week.
Yep.
We are going to finish our definitive rankings of the hotness of the U.S. presidents.
Yeah, with Isaiah joining us.
Yes.
Seemed
And of
interested.
course, the more minds in the room, the
Oh,
better.
yeah,
because,
yeah.
And we're starting off here with we're in the part where you're gonna know everybody.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. A lot of the names, even the one we put in S tier, don't remember his name.
that was Franklin Pierce.
Franklin
And
Pierce.
Ulysses S. Grant.
I knew Ulysses, but Franklin Pierce, I had no idea about. Now these are the ones I should know all their names. Emphasis on the should.
And we're starting off with a bit of a banger here. I don't know where he'll place. We haven't discussed
Yep.
it yet, but everybody knows Teddy Roosevelt.
Teddy Roosevelt.
So
And again, I want to state that this has nothing to do with what they did
yeah,
during their presidency, solely off of how they,
Yeah. How
Physically
they look
look.
in their body image.
yes, exactly.
and also kind of the vibe.
Basically just objectified.
Yeah,
exactly.
a little bit.
So what do we think about Teddy here?
I like the beard.
The mustache, the mustache,
The mustache
is a
is
little
cool.
is new.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the glasses is like it's not a monocle because it's like two, but it's like the string.
Oh, it does have the string.
I kind of dig that.
Hair is nice.
I guess like hairline to forehead ratio. Well, hairline to eyebrow ratio is really good.
It is
Yeah,
good.
you're
It is
right.
good, yeah.
Yeah.
And the attire is definitely on point for me. Like I said,
Yeah. I don't know what it's the stern face.
Yeah.
It's a little
Yeah.
off-putting here.
that's off-putting for you.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking A or B. What do you guys think?
I was thinking A.
I say, hey.
A?
Yeah, that's
I'm cool with A.
Yeah. I see where you're coming from with the B. But I think he fits right there.
Where did he go? I lost him some
Uh-oh.
ideas.
There he is.
Go. Yeah, well, sorry, what were you saying?
I mean, I see what you mean with B, but I think he fits right up there with Abraham.
Yeah, no, I'm totally with you on that. Next we
Uh-oh.
have William Howard Taft.
Now this looks like he tried to be Theodore Roosevelt and it didn't
You know
work.
what? You're right. I never.
Yeah. Maybe it's just his image, but like the
Definitely. I think I'm pretty confident this is true. The largest president that we've had.
I think you're right.
Yeah, like ju-
body.
Like I think
yeah,
he was
yeah,
the
and just an absolute unit of a guy. So he's a very
what an
a regal figure. I would say.
ooh.
Yeah.
word of the day.
Yeah.
I like the mustache again.
Mustache is I like how it curls back up at the ends. That's
Now,
nice.
I can't get out of my head that you said he's trying to do like his best Teddy Roosevelt impression.
like the hair even too is very, but the hair is
It's kind of thin. It's getting
It's
like
ve-
Trump
yeah.
ass.
it's yeah it
kinda
is.
actually.
It's thin.
D.
I don't.
Trump esque.
D. But he, but he's not Trump though. You can't hold that against
That's
him.
right. That's right. You know what? That's right.
I'm thinking like B or C.
Let's look at the tier list real quick.
Yeah.
Wait. I have the question. What it
Okay.
is. Abraham Lincoln in the A tier.
Yeah.
He looks dead already. I always
No.
Abraham Lincoln's dead.
No. It's
I think our reasoning was he pulls off the mustache.
The beard.
So the chin strap beard. Nobody else could pull it off but him, and I think that was kind of our logic.
yeah.
Because like
It's
that's
be-
a very iconic look.
Yeah.
No.
No.
I'm thinking C.
For
Yeah.
Taft, you're thinking
Yeah,
C?
for Taft.
Yeah, I could go see.
C?
'Cause-
That's fine with me.
Because also like have your own look.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. That should be given points.
So next up after Taft, we have this guy politically was not a great guy.
Was he?
Woodrow Wilson.
Oh.
Yeah, he was big time racist. So
Something very boxed about his head.
Yeah.
and he just doesn't look like a fun guy either. Does
Nothing about this guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
And like the bottom lip to upper lip ratio.
Oh my god,
I don't
the
think it's
thinnest
best.
bottom lip ever, and
Yeah.
like
Oh my god.
and you see like what do you call these like those?
Oh, yeah, no, I know what you're
that's-
talking about,
You know
those
what I mean?
lines,
Those
yeah.
are like that
I was
guy.
gonna say crow's feet, but that's like.
That's with the eyes, I
Yeah,
think.
it's the eyes.
There's definitely a term for that. I'm forgetting, but yeah, you guys know what I mean.
I'm thinking a C as well.
I feel like he get points for the butt chin though.
He gets points for the butt chin.
Yeah.
The chin is nice. Good
Rock a
jawline.
butt chin, then
I think C's fine because like there's nothing like overtly wrong with this, but the vibes are a little off.
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah, so I think C.
Like he has like I don't know, a weird vibe to him.
Yeah.
Next we have Warren G. Harding. He's kind of stanced up in that picture, actually. You know?
Looks like he has Botox.
Yeah.
Like yeah.
The face is very round.
Mm-hmm.
It's
The nose is
the eyebrows. There's a lot happening in this photo with his face, and I can't seem to pin it all down.
I feel like he thought he looked cooler than he actually did when he did that.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
I don't understand like the pose too with the like what are you?
A funny thing about Warren G. Harding is that he had it was him. But he was known for having like insane parties in the basement of the White House.
That's right.
He would like gamble and smoke down there.
So he's like,
Ooh,
yes.
okay.
Yeah.
I say C again.
I was
Yeah.
almost thinking C as yeah.
I honestly think C too, because there's nothing crazily wrong with it, but it's just like he just seems kind of like, I don't know, milk toast, right?
yeah.
Ooh, Calvin
Coolidge.
Coolidge. This is another guy who looks like he was born like 2 days ago.
Yeah.
He has a baby face.
You could watch a football game on his
And
forehead.
the forehead.
No.
Oh, wow, yeah.
It's like Brainiac.
Radiac.
Yeah.
It's
You really could land a plane on that, man.
there's nothing inherent besides the forehead,
Yeah,
which is crazy.
The forehead is crazy.
There's nothing inherently wrong. The hair.
He looks like a little chill.
Yeah, he looks a little chill.
A little chill.
Exactly.
Yeah.
a little chill.
Yeah.
So I think
He looks like a teacher,
Yeah,
Okay.
I think
Yeah.
C.
but not like a really cool teacher.
We gotta get on C.
I'm like D or C.
Yeah, D or C.
I say C, but whatever you guys think.
What do you
I'll go
think?
with
Let's
that.
look back. Let's look at the
Yeah.
options we have here. Who's in D?
See, he's above that. He's above.
He's above
these
that.
guys,
It's got to be a
right?
C.
Yeah.
It's
It's some solid D's. Wait.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah. Solid D's.
He's above
Which
that
is a
though. I
crazy
think
statement.
He's above that.
Yeah.
He's above it.
he's above the D tier.
I think
yeah.
it's bordering it though.
it's
in my
bordering, but
opinion.
he's above.
I think if there was one other thing that was a little off about him.
He's a C minus.
Now we have Herbert Hoover,
D.
D.
He looks like he has a good barbecue,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
but like you're thinking about not going because like he seems like a dick.
he does look like a dick. Yeah, I don't know. He's not doing anything to like help himself. I don't think, you know.
Yeah, nothing here is very flattering.
Yeah, like the lighting is bad.
The lighting's bad. It's
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm this one. I'm thinking about D.
D. Yeah, D is
think
fair
D
for
too.
this. Yeah,
Are we gonna
throw him in there.
first president in color?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I guess next up probably, right? Let me see. Oh yeah, Franklin D. Roosevelt. Everybody knows this guy.
So
I mean,
yikes.
and I feel bad because like this guy was so old that he legit died when he was like in
Yeah.
office.
Mm.
But also
But-
like yeah, I mean he doesn't look great, right?
It just it looks like he's like his skin is melting off his bones.
Yeah, they took the wrong time to take this.
Yeah.
It's like the bad day for him.
Yeah, bad day.
And it's I could tell there was someone good looking there. I feel like at one point in
his
time there
younger days,
was.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But this
But he just looks so forlorn and just upset.
like it looks like he's like, please take the photo. Like
Mhm.
He's looking back on his younger days. Yeah, so C or D for this one for me.
I'm thinking
I'm thinking D, low key.
D is fair.
yeah, D
is fair.
D is fair, I think.
I part of me wanted to put him higher, but it is what it is.
Yeah. Harry S. Truman. Now this guy, his head looks like a Roblox person.
Like a Lego head.
Yeah. Dude, like that chin is so square.
It's so like flat.
That's crazy, actually.
This is not good.
So he could not commit a crime with a mask on because like they could just tell
No,
they
yeah.
know the shape of the face. You know what I mean?
It looks like he's about to cry.
He does actually.
It looks kind of nice.
He. I mean, like he looks like a nice guy, but then he did kill 100,000 people with the nukes.
We can't.
Oh,
That is not taken into account, though.
That's not taken into account. But
Yeah, we
I
can't.
He
feel
looks like
it's-
a Truman.
He does. He looks like a Harry.
Harry.
mm.
The glasses are also not.
That's like a strong prescription. You can just tell.
That's just.
No, it looks
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
the glare is crazy.
Holy shit.
So not D tier. I think that's too low. I think C.
C, because he kind of gives off the vibe of a nice guy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Some points though, because he's blind. You know.
Yeah. we feel bad for him a little
'Cause
bit.
he's-
Put him in C. After Harry Truman, Dwight Eisenhower.
What the?
There seems to be like a trend with foreheads.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that
this
is-
one's atrocious.
This might be the biggest one we've seen yet, though.
Kinda looks like
I
a,
think.
a lizard. Getting some
Looks
lizard
like a
vibe.
gecko, maybe.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's like
His-
bald or forehead. Bald or forehead.
Oh. Yeah, I can't tell when his forehead begins.
He's really trying to hold on to what he has left
Yeah.
up there. Like, really trying to hold on to it.
But bald wouldn't be the move for him either.
Mhm.
I'm picturing it. I'm thinking.
But I feel like if you have that little left, you just got to give up. Like,
Yeah,
it's time. It's
maybe.
time to admit it, you know? And the ears, he has like elf ears. They're like pointing outwards.
Yeah, I'm not a.
I'm saying D tier. I'm sorry.
Yeah, D.
Not an Eisenhower.
Yeah,
fan, D.
we're in agreement on that. That's
Yeah,
good.
D fits in it. Oh.
Oh yeah, we have an absolute stallion coming up next. John F. Kennedy. It's a smoke show
Got
up in here.
here.
I'm saying it now. If any president ever was an S tier, it's this guy.
It's this guy right
I'm
here.
just saying it right now.
This
think
sound a little biased though, guys.
I
I
mean,
do think.
Look at the teeth. Look at that smile.
he does look a little old, but like then again, that's
Oh
got,
my
like
God, Sam is getting rizzed.
every president. I mean, he's got the hair coiffed and everything.
Yeah, what a hair.
Yeah.
We've had a lot of presidents with bad hair. This guy knows what he's doing.
I'm pretty.
He's got a barber.
I'm pretty confident he did cheat on his wife, but again, we're not taking that into consideration.
Yeah.
in case that didn't come across in the mic, Connor added that he did cheat on his wife with Marilyn Monroe. So
Mhm.
logic would follow that if he's hot
Yeah.
enough to. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hoo-wee.
That does give points.
Okay. After JFK, not the best follow up. Yeah, that's not a great follow up to JFK.
How about
LBJ.
sagging?
LBJ got some good legislation passed, but That man looks like
grumpy.
it looks like you like buried up the coffin of a leprechaun after 50 years. That's what it would look like.
I
He
just-
served his time.
I wouldn't even be opposed for this one, honestly, to
To
like F.
F, yeah.
Wow.
Like
Do you
everything
think
is
that's too harsh,
sagging.
or-
Yeah, like D.
The hair,
Yeah.
the hair isn't too bad.
Honestly, F.
F? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he thought about it.
Yeah, I like
we'll,
it.
we'll do F, yeah. Like far from the worst president ever, but like, yeah, that's just not a great look.
Not a great look at all.
After LBJ, Richard Nixon.
Oh,
Honestly,
damn.
Yeah. Kind of surprising, right? He's not
Not what I was
he's
expecting.
kind of a decent looking guy. Yeah.
That's like,
Strong chin, strong
I'd almost say
eyebrows.
A.
And the hair, I honestly,
I would give that an A.
I would go A.
what
yeah.
a nice work.
Like he
That's
could
like-
go on a roller coaster with you.
Yeah.
He'd have a great time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Richard Nixon,
He could go on a roller coaster.
Yeah, because my dad can't.
but yeah, that's like it's a nice, yeah. It's like
Good-
he's like
good work.
he's like statuesque,
Gerald.
Gerald Ford here.
Let's see who are some of these presidents.
No,
Was I allowed for this one?
Gerald Ford, no. Gerald Ford, yeah.
who the?
Very briefly was president 3 years.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, I was like, I honestly don't know if I've heard.
Because he was he became the president after Nixon resigned.
Oh,
And that's
why.
And he didn't run for a second term, so that's why.
And he's creepy.
Yeah.
Like he looks like someone who stare across like the bar. Look at you.
I can see that. Yeah. And the forehead again.
Yeah.
That is huge.
Honestly, big forehead for the win for.
Uh,
For this I would say like C.
I say D.
I was thinking D as well.
All right. That's the vote. I think D is a bit too harsh, but if you guys think so,
No, it's because it's also just his vibe
Yeah.
it's vibe.
way off.
And then
Yeah.
Scream hug me.
That's
you know?
fair.
It screams like my hands are wet.
Wait.
Jimmy
I'd do
Carter.
I can't be like too hypocritical. This is not bad.
He's not bad because
Not bad.
yeah. He looks friendly, and we know that Jimmy Carter is a pretty friendly guy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
The hair kind of looks like it's like falling out,
it does. Yeah,
but he has enough there still.
Yeah. He got a side part.
He does it. Yeah.
I like the smile too. It's kind of. I'm thinking B.
I think B too. I think that's
B.
good. Yeah,
B is good.
because he just looks very wholesome and welcoming. You know?
Wow, this is how I'm learning about politics.
I've learned more about politics this episode.
No, for real.
After Carter, we have this guy right here. And this is, I don't know, because if you look at Ronald Reagan when he was like an actor, which he was back in the day,
Yeah.
good looking guy. When he was like old and wrinkly like this, though, it's kind of tougher to say.
He looks like the from the SpongeBob episode, like the chocolate, like the guy in the,
Oh,
the guy in the wheelchair.
Oh.
Like the little wrinkled up
Yeah.
dude. Yeah.
Wow.
That's like what I'm getting right now.
Yeah, it's.
I'm thinking C.
But I like the smile. I like that he's trying to smile.
Yeah.
For this, I would say B. I would say B.
I say B.
I'm okay with B.
I thought that
B?
was a little too
Yeah,
high.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Ronald Reagan is, screw Ronald Reagan, I'll say, to keep his family friendly. But, not that bad. Not that bad, all things considered. Okay. The first Bush.
The first
George
Bush.
H.W. Bush, yeah.
Did not brush his teeth, bro.
And he kind of looks like a skeleton. I don't know.
It kind of looks like you made a corpse stand up.
No,
Oh,
exactly.
corpse
Seriously.
that was a good one.
I don't know what it is about him, but like he really does look like he's like dead already.
Like, it looks like he's been making that like that facial pose for like
Yeah.
a while.
And again, the forehead, man, huge,
Ooh.
huge.
But there's a good charm to him.
He has,
Yeah.
he does have charm.
See?
I think at C. I was gonna say C.
Yep.
Yeah, C.
C.
I always like George W. Bush.
Yeah. Put him. There you go. Okay. After H.W. Bush, I think we have another looker coming up. Bill Clinton.
Ooh.
Now,
Honestly, he run amok. D.
not at the heights of like John F. Kennedy, but I think as far as presidents go,
That's a man.
okay, I like.
That's a bit.
Yeah. He kind of looks like a chipmunk a little bit,
Yeah. It's
but like,
there's nothing there that like looks completely bad, but nothing that looks great.
I would say B for him.
Wow, that's high.
Yeah, that's high. You think?
I think C.
You think C?
C
So what do you
going on
think?
D.
I was going B.
Wow.
On B.
So the Democratic vote hasn't been B.
Yeah.
I get it. Like, you know,
Yeah.
I understand why
It's
you
not for
say C,
everybody.
but it's not for everybody. Yeah,
Not my type.
He's got to. Yeah, he's got to be your type to be into him. I get that. The second Bush, George W. Bush, I think he ranks
He's
above
S
his
tier
father.
for me.
He's S tier for you.
Oh, really?
In terms of presidents, my man crush. Yeah.
He's the better version of his father.
He is the better version of his father.
looks wise.
So I would say like A. I
A.
wouldn't go. I respect S, but I would say more so like A.
I would say A as well.
You say A as well. Okay.
Y'all put Abraham Lincoln in.
You don't.
You gotta think about the times.
You do. No, that's actually very true. Because like when we were going through this for the first half, we were like, damn, like there's like not much
Yeah,
here. So
y'all put
yeah.
like.
you got to judge it
almost
relative
deceased man.
to the time period. You
A
do.
tier.
So
Only got a few more left.
we only have a few more left, and now we're getting into like Barack Obama, and obviously, I mean, this is a good-looking guy.
This is a great looking guy.
And I think, especially relatively to like every U.S. president, I think you got to go S.
That was an immediate S for me.
Yeah.
The smile is super great.
Oh yeah.
Uses floss.
Wait, against George W. Bush, y'all would do S versus.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, because like, let me hold on, because like,
That flip away, it was so seamless.
That was
because like, yeah, I mean, come on.
I just remember like the video of him like hugging kids, and I was like, "Wow, this man is adorable." Maybe I am biased.
No, like,
no. I understand.
we have him in A for a reason. Like,
It's not like
I'm speaking for him like he's a D or something.
yeah. But I mean,
No,
I feel like you have to put Obama.
And I was thinking
above
about this
him.
list before we even did. I knew
Yeah.
Obama's
I
going
feel
to
like
S.
he's a pretty guaranteed S tier. Yeah.
Shout out to Obama.
Quick shout out, yeah.
If you ever hear this.
If you want to come on.
Come on the show. I mean, he's probably not that busy these days, right?
Yeah, you know?
Not president anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now we have.
Okay, jump scare. No, yeah, I have a lot to say. See, I'm not using like a body image or just like I'm not a looks person when it comes to like just messing with people, but this man, yeah,
This guy is not.
bad body.
Oh,
No,
No.
what's the beach blonde?
Yeah.
Y'all
Mr.
see that?
Because
I forgot what it said. She was like beach blonde something. Yeah.
he
Same
has
here
the
applies.
most infamous comb over maybe in human history.
and yeah.
Oh, for real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's wrinkly. He's saggy. The tan is just.
The tan is-
terrible.
come on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That like minuses a few points because like,
Yeah.
what are you doing?
He said like during the campaign that he had a better beach body than Joe Biden, which is like.
Who cares?
Yeah, like first of all, who cares? And it's like this man, and again, it has nothing to do with. He's going in F, by the way. I think we went.
Yeah.
Is
Yeah.
like this man is mentally like gone. He's physically gone, and he's mentally.
He
gone.
looks
This
like
dude
deep
is
fried.
just like, yeah.
Can I ask?
Uh-huh.
Which portrait are you using? Like, what are you looking at?
So it's funny because he looks.
I doesn't, it doesn't look this one bad. Maybe we're
He looks
biased.
even worse now because I'm pretty sure this is from his first term.
That's his first term portrait.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's,
Yeah.
It's not great then.
No, it's
But,
not.
Like this one, the newer one is so much worse.
No, dude. The newer
It's
one.
so much
'Cause
worse.
this is
Do we have the new one? I think they.
All right.
No, it's yeah.
No.
Okay, no.
Hear me out, Carlo. Right?
Yeah,
The second term one gets double F.
double F. That's fair. That's fair.
we just put it not applicable.
Not okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
applicable.
after
Yeah.
Donald Trump, of course, who else but Joseph R. Biden? Another pretty big forehead.
Another pretty, but I like this. Really
Yeah,
charming.
You
Yeah.
can't deny the smile.
You can't
You
deny.
can't deny the smile.
Like how like the eyes too. It's almost like he's winking
Honestly,
at you.
Biden in his younger days was a good looking.
Oh,
Biden
he
was
was.
a
He was.
Great looking guy.
very much of a stud.
I'm thinking
I say B.
B.
Yeah.
Took it out of my mouth. B.
B.
And that's
That in terms of the list, that is the final one. We'll
That's
put
the
him up in
final
B.
one?
But like Connor said, just so that and we can put a picture on the final thing. But if you're taking into consideration how Trump looks now in 2025, and especially his official portrait, that is double F.
That is-
that
yeah.
would absolutely be double F because and let me just I mean, what are we
wow. That's not
doing?
good.
What are we doing?
I didn't. Oh my god.
No smile.
Cockeyed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
cockeyed and like even dude like he's like bald in the middle. You can see.
Who let that happen?
Yeah, I saw somebody say, and I honestly, it's so bad. I honestly wouldn't even believe it. But the person that took that picture had like a thing against him, because like that is a terrible picture.
Wow.
That is awful.
You wouldn't catch me.
No.
You wouldn't like that.
And he really thought he was doing something there because he's like this.
Yeah.
And it's like, no.
Yeah, I'm serious.
No. Like, dude,
Bro.
you're 81 years old. You're not tough. Like,
You're not
calm
tough.
down.
But you know what? Quick round of applause to ourselves. We got through the tier list.
and thank you for assisting us, Isaiah.
Thank
for
you
the,
so
for the
much.
Final
Yeah,
stretch here.
Yeah,
It's like my first
Yeah.
ranking ever.
It's a good one to start.
It's a good
out
one to
with,
start,
right?
yeah.
Started out with prejudice.
But
there you have it. I think that
I've been waiting for that since we started the podcast, and we finally got it
and
done.
it did not disappoint.
disappoint.
That was awesome.
But
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think for today,
that's
that's
it for today.
That's a pretty darn good episode
Yeah,
we put
and-
together today.
Yeah, and thank you so much for not only the interview but also
Playing along with us.
playing
yeah.
along.
Thanks for having
For
me.
putting up with us. Yeah.
Putting up-
Yeah, and of course, thank you for joining us, taking the time out.
Yeah. I've enjoyed the quad pod from afar. So such an honor.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Yeah, we always
And-
have a good time here, I think.
Yeah, and yeah, thank you so much for watching.
Yeah,
Anything
that'll
else?
wrap it up for
That'll
today.
wrap it up?
right? Yeah. But Sam, Carlo, Isaiah, thank you so much for tuning in today. Have a wonderful day, and we'll be back next week.
Yeah, back
so, thank you.
Bye.
Bye.